Hello everyone, this is Admiral Playerovski bringing you Atlantic Fleet. Battle of the Atlantic continued as Germany in week 2.5 of January 1940. And the first thing I'm going to do, immediately bring this fleet up here. I'll be heading back to Kiel and Wilhelmshaven for some much needed repairs. As a result, I will only have one submarine in here for the time being. Or actually, if I go in the convoys, I'll just move everyone up one by one then. So we'll have this fleet go up here. You guys can go up here. How many torpedoes do you have? 8 and 14. How many torpedoes do you have? 9 and 12. So not that many. I was hoping I could replace one with the other perhaps. Right, whoever's got less is going to go south. U-29 will head south this way. Right, I think we're ready to go. Of course, as you'd expect, in Cape Verde in sunny weather, it is week 2.5 of January 1940, the submarine U-29 with light damage freshly arrived has detected an enemy contact at dawn. It is the destroyer Janus who is escorting, I think that's 3 merchant ship C2 freighters and 7 merchant ship large freighters. The U-29 has the initiative. Right, hopefully we can make this work. Right, there's no way we're getting to the Janus over here, so we will instead have to just, tell them where we are, so to speak. We're too far away. Oh, actually, can we go for this one perhaps? C2 freighter. Right, they're 4,000 yards away, so I would say around about here. Put one there, fire it away. This should hit on the next turn. And they've even decided to turn to starboard for us. Very helpful. So that's very, very clearly a hit. Are they going to sink or not? They may stay afloat. It wasn't directly in the middle of the ship. Nope, they're staying afloat for the time being. Right. Let's focus on the Janus for the time being. And start to get into position to attack. So we can't fire because that's too far away, and I don't want to fire at this distance anyway. So no action still because they probably don't even have us on their sonar yet. We're a bit too far away. I won't actually, surface because then they can fire at me with the guns. So they should be able to see me on the sonar now. No action. If I move forwards again, 1,100. They're just all turning away. I tell you what, let's launch one more torpedo into this large freighter here. I'll be increasing their speed, but even if I put one here, they won't be able to clear it. Fire away, just to remind them that I'm here. I've not disappeared. Still no action. They're continuing to turn. All right, good. That's a hit. If pushed, I will surface, but I'd rather not do that. For obvious reasons. Hope they're still going straight. Are they not going to surface then? They have to. I need to surface me, huh? I'm the one who can surface. Are they not going to come over to me then? Surely they have to come over at some point. They're not coming over. Come on. Seriously? They're just not doing anything. They're just going forwards. No? Oh, here we go. Here we go. No action still. Presumably we're a little bit too far away. Maybe, possibly. Let's begin to turn a little bit. Yep, I think they've got us on the sonar now. 6,187. Let's go. 7-2. They've definitely got us now. Oh, I think they definitely do. It's very good to hear. Let's continue to move closer. They might fire at us. No action just yet. But we're close enough that it's justifiable to dive. And the reason for that is because, well, even if we go to shallow depth, it's still going to be a small enough distance that the sonar can keep track of where we are. But it'll be a large enough depth that any gunfire is absorbed by the water. I'll obviously pop up when the time comes. That'll be soon. Should we do it now? I think now's the time to do it. Let's go. Yep, that's perfect. Right, so let's put a torpedo. Let's put one right there actually. Goes just behind the funnel, and one in between the front turrets. Fire it away. That should sink them, I would imagine. Yes. The initial explosion destroys the front turrets and the superstructure, and secondary explosion finishes off the ship proper. Right. Let's sink the merchants and withdraw. Action report. On the British side, the destroyer Janus was sunk for 1,690 tons, and a whole host of merchant ship C2 and large freighters sunk as well. On the German side, the submarine U-29 received no additional damage, meaning she leaves with the light damage that she came into the battle with. Excuse me, warship tons sunk on the British side, 1,690. Merchant ship tons sunk on the British side, 66,900. And on the German side, no ships sank in either category. 1,690 renown earned. Right, let's continue to move these ships back. It's going to take a really long time before they're out again. How many torpedoes did the U-20 have? Oh, wow. With regret, but I'm going to have to move the U-30 in now. And U-39 has 9, U-40 has 12. Which area has more ships? More convoys? So this one can keep the one that's got more torpedoes. So out of U2, U40 can stay, which means U39 makes her way here. U29 meanwhile, actually, we have supply ships. Right here. Right, they'll be rearmed and refueled. So in that case what you can do is send the U-29 off into the eastern Sargasso Sea to get some torpedoes here from a supply ship. Right, let's carry on. In the Canary Islands, in week 3 of January 1940, Allied convoy attacked by submarines, 41,840 tons of merchant shipping sunk. We've got 6 bars on the tonnage war, that's good. U-29 can make its way in here. Will it get... no, not yet. It'll get rearmed and refueled, but it won't get repaired. think it has to stay the turn, and then it can come back. Alright, here we go. In the West North Atlantic, in rainy weather, in week 3.5 of January 1940, the battleship Gneisenau, which has got medium damage, and the light cruiser Nuremberg and the destroyer Z4 have detected an enemy contact at night. It is the destroyer Ashanti which is escorting a convoy of merchant ships, C2 freighters and large freighters. The British have the initiative. They're going to fire. Tribal class destroyer firing at... oh, my light cruiser it would seem. Scoring hits as well. Interesting. Right, Gneisenau, what are you going to do? You are going to actually continue as you are. I believe if we turn the guns around, yes, it's a broadside straight away. Right, 11.7 is suggested. We'll have to go to 11.7. There's 11.7. High explosive shells, and what sort of correction do we need? Well, the wind is very strong, so I'll actually put the guns about here. Even though they are 11-inch shells, I'll put the guns around about here, halfway, because the wind's going to push them, but it's not going to push them that much, but it's a strong wind, so let's see what this does. Open fire. Fire! So the correction was good. The elevation not so good. Nuremberg, any damage? No, not damage. No damage yet. I guess these can just sit this one out and disengage. Gneisenau can easily take on the Ashanti on its own. Star shell from the Ashanti. Here it comes. Interestingly enough, they're going for the Nuremberg yet again, but the smoke screen should, in theory, greatly reduce the accuracy of their fire. Right, so 11.7 was nowhere near, they're saying. Do I agree? Yes, it was pretty bad overall. I'll go down to about 9.8 this time. About 2 degree drop. Should be fine. Let's adjust the guns for the wind, even though it's pretty much blowing with the shells. Fire! Good hits. Is that it for the Ashanti or not yet? Not yet. Not yet. Not quite. You guys continue to get out of the battle. They're going to make smoke, I reckon. Nope. Oh, those were close. Those were quite close, I think. Especially if you consider the fact that we're deploying smoke. Ah! Because they're too slow, that's why they can't disengage. Well, that does make sense, I suppose. If you can't disengage, you might as well give it your all. Right, 9.8 was a great salvo, very pleased with that. They've come forward a little bit, I think maybe 9.5 this time. 9.5 should just about finish them off, I think. Fire! Yep, the Ashanti has been sunk, so now let's sink the merchants and withdraw. Action report on the British side. The destroyer Ashanti was sunk for 1,850 tons, and a whole host of merchant ship, large freighter and C2 freighters sunk as well. On the German side, the battleship Gneisenau receives no additional damage, meaning she leaves with the medium damage that she came in with. The light cruiser Nuremberg, however, was hit several times and as a result suffered light damage. The destroyer Z4 yet again escapes with no damage. Warship tons sunk on the British side 1,850, merchant ship tons sunk on the British side 60,500, and no tons sunk in either category for the Germans. 1,850 renown earned. Right, you guys continue to get to port very quickly. So it'll be 1, 2, 3 turns before we get them back into harbour. I do believe U-29 should be rearmed. Yes, it worked. Good. Good, I like that. We might send more submarines down here into these supply ship areas. There's one in the Labrador Sea, so let's check the airmen and just see submarines. Yeah, they're all fine. Good. Good. That's fine. How about in here? The Azore Isles. Yeah, you're alright. You guys haven't had engagement yet. Yeah, U-29 can head back. Right, I think I've done everything for this turn. In the Northwest Atlantic, or West-North Atlantic, Allied convoy attacks by warships. 63,800 tons of merchant shipping sunk in week 4 of January 1940. Good. West-North Atlantic, so that'll be this task force over here. Good. U-29 can head into... Where was U-29 originally? U-39 over here. So U-39 can head up here to the Azore Isles. U-29 can go in here, and that should be U-30. Alright, good. We are spread a little bit thinly, but it's necessary as in a way, because we're sending 2 ships back to port. In the Azore Isles, it's week 0.5 of February 1940, in rainy weather. The submarines U-39 and U-40, both with light damage, have detected an enemy contact at night. It's the destroyers Electra and Lightning, and they're escorting a convoy of merchant ships, C2 freighters and large freighters. The Germans have the initiative. Right, here we go then. How are we looking? U-39 is... oh, pressure hull with heavy damage already. Right, got to keep that in mind. Nowhere near the convoy. U-40 in a somewhat better place to potentially intercept. Right. Very well. Go up to flank. Turn a little bit. Hopefully potentially get a shot away on this freighter. If necessary, of course. The Electra is over here. That's fine. 3,500. And the Lightning is over there at 4,900. I am tempted to do what's called a 2-in-1. And that would basically be to try and sink both destroyers at once. But at the same... oh, are we too far away now? If I turn a bit though, can we do it then? No, that won't work. Yeah, let's just take out the Electra first and foremost then. 3,400, but they're moving very slowly, so I'm just going to put the torpedoes about here, I think. 36.5 and 35.5, and both of these should hit, I think. I really do. They won't hit immediately. 3,400 is a bit too far away, but on the next turn we should be golden. Here we go. So that's the Electra sunk immediately from the 2 torpedo hits. I'm guessing the Lightning's going to be all over the place now, and I'm not surprised, to be quite honest. I would be as well if that happened to me. Here we go. My guess is that the Lightning is close enough to the U-40 that they can see are on the sonar. Oh, just about. If we're at 7,000, it's just about. If it's 5,000 odd, easily visible on the sonar. So we'll wait until they get a little bit closer, then we'll start diving away. We'll wait for them to get too close, and then attack. Still no action. I wonder if the weather conditions are going to influence the distance at which they'll open fire. I would imagine it probably, well, I guess there's good reason for arguing it both ways. You'd say yes, it will affect the range at which they'll open fire because it's rainy weather. You're not going to see the periscope as well. But at the same time, sonar works regardless of the weather. Just to be on the safe side, I'm going to start diving away now. Well, it's not really diving or starting to dive away, is it? It's just one round of diving down to only shallow depth, and then we'll just pop up when it's time to do it. They can't fire at us. The only way they can damage us when we're at shallow depth is by using depth charges, whether that be from themselves or from an aeroplane. But there's no aircraft around. Even if this was the UK, it's night time, so there is no aircraft capabilities for either side at night. It's 2,620. I believe it's now time to pop up and finish the job. Here we go. 2048, that's perfect. Right, so let's get the torpedoes in. Yeah, this is alright, just behind the funnel, and this in between the turrets as well. Fire away. Whoa! Fireworks from the lightning. Magazine detonation. Wow, which turret was that in? Let me quickly have a look. I can't tell which turret that was. Was that both of them or just one? I think that was the B turret. I think that was the B turret, yes. Had to have been one of them. Anyway, let's sink the merchants and withdraw. Action report. On the British side, the destroyer Electra was sunk for 1,405 tons. The destroyer Lightning was sunk for 1,950 tons, and all of the merchant ships were sunk as well. On the German side, the submarines U-39 and U-40 gain no additional damage, meaning they leave the site of the battle with the light damage that they entered it. Warship tons sunk on the British side 3,355, merchant ship tons sunk on the British side 53,200. No tonnage sunk for the Germans in either category, 3,355 renown earned. Right, yeah, I think I'll leave it here for the time being. Hopefully the sound quality is better this time. We can actually hear what I'm saying. Well, I'll find out now when I go and look at it. Like I said in my pinned comment, if the sound quality on this is bad again, I'm literally going out tomorrow into town to get a proper microphone, because this is unacceptable. Seeing as this is a channel where we do commentary, you have to be able to hear the commentary. If we didn't do the commentary, then well, it doesn't matter, but we do, so the commentary must be heard. But anyway, that is all from Admiral Playerovski for this video. If you enjoy the content, leave a like and subscribe. Let's just check this very quickly. Tonnage is going up, almost 230,000 tons of merchant shipping sunk per month. These are the ships lost. Quite a lot on the British side, and 4 currently on the German side. It's 4 to 45. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you in my next video, and bye bye for now.